Yo, what up, everyone? It's your boy Debo with Debo's Picks. I hope everybody enjoyed their time with their friends and families, but we are now back to business as usual. A lot to unpack. I'm going to have to rewind all the way back to Christmas Eve, all the way up into present day on some Christmas Carol joint. By that, I mean past, present, and future bets. So let's dive into it. Starting off with Christmas Eve, I gave out plays for prize picks. Unfortunately, they did not hit. But what I did was pull out what I like to call a prize picks insurance policy. And what I did was I took those same exact prop bets and I threw them on a 10-player parlay on FanDuel Sportsbook. The difference is I took the alternate prop bets for each player. For instance, Dalvin Cook, his line on prize picks and a lot of sports books was set around 76.5, 77.5 rush yards. On FanDuel Sportsbook, as you see down below, I took him to go at least over 60 yards or more. And he finished with 64. So he hit on FanDuel Sportsbook. Obviously, he did not do that on Prize Picks. As you can see, I did that with Isaiah Pacheco, so on and so forth. And as you can see, out of all those 10 plays, they all went over on their alternate prop bets. So it worked. Now, I didn't want to mention to you guys first. I want to do a little trial run on my own. And if it worked, I was going to bring it to light. And that's where we are right now. So it's like I said, so you can see on my screen, I picked all those players that I gave out on Prize Picks on different plays, whether it was 6-player flexes, 5-player flexes, etc. And they all hit. And I put in $36 because that's what I had left on FanDuel Sportsbook. I really don't dabble much in there. It was just sitting there. So I decided to just do it. So I tried it out and I took $36 and turned it to $440. So what turned out to what seemed to be a losing day on prospect side turned out to be a winning day overall just because of the FanDuel Sportsbook alternate prop bets that I took. So I feel moving forward, this is something, it's going to be extra work for me. So I don't know if I could do it every day. I do have a regular full-time job and I am a full-time dad, a husband and all that. So I try to find ways to squeeze things in. I know I've been kind of late. I know I'm saying kind of. But you know what I mean. I'm posting these videos, so by the time you guys get it, tip off for basketball is like 5 or 10 minutes away. So if y'all don't jump on it right away, y'all gonna miss at least a couple of players that I have going for the early games. So I apologize for that. But I know some of y'all may have gotten it, some of y'all may have not. So that's what I did on Christmas Eve. So it ended up being a winning night overall. So something we're going to entertain moving forward, but I just wanted to bring it to light just to give you guys an idea. Maybe if you want, you can kind of play with it yourself. Do a little parlay there, but it's not going to be worth it. You got to put a lot of players in because it really wouldn't be worth the payout. So it's got to be a heavy parlay like I just did. You don't have to be 10, but hovering maybe 7, 8, something like that, 7, 8-player prop bet on the parlay for the FanDuel Sportsbook. The only issue is that I used to reside in Florida for a little bit until I moved back to New York. And I recall in Florida, they don't allow the FanDuel Sportsbook. They allow the FanDuel DFS to work down there, but not the FanDuel Sportsbook. I know it has to do a lot with the money. I know it has something to do with that and probably politics. I really don't want to get into it. But to me, it just doesn't make any sense. Just let everybody do their thing. That's just my opinion. Money's money. Everybody's going to get it. It's just greed, man. Everybody wants a bigger slice of the pie, but that's my issue right now. I'm in New York, so it may not work out for everyone. I hope for the majority of you, the FanDuel Sportsbook is available at your disposal. But anyway, so that's what I want to share with you guys for what happened on Christmas Eve. Now, the difference is I did post a play on Christmas Eve, and I used Joker or Nikola Jokic free box, or free square as Prizepicks likes to call it, of 0.5 points going over. That was a freebie, of course. And I did give out a 6-player flex with him on it. And obviously, Saquon Barkley, I had him going over his receptions. You see down below. And everybody else in the NBA hit. So that was a sweep. So there was one play I gave out on Christmas Eve that ended up being a sweep. Just had to wait till Christmas Day, or I should say Christmas night, for it to come to a completion because I had majority of it was NBA games. So as you can see, I'm hoping you guys played that one because then if you did, then you definitely won a nice chunk of change on Christmas Day, or Christmas night, I should say. Then I gave out plays on Christmas for the Christmas Day games, and that was a bit late. And simply because I had two players in the early game, which was a 12 o'clock game between my Knicks and the 76ers, where I took Embiid's points over and I took James Harden's points and assists over, and those cats did their thing. So they played an integral part in the 4 play sweeps that I gave out for Christmas Day. As you see down below, I'm going through them as I talk, and I made a killing. And that's where I finished with about $1,700 on Christmas from Prizepicks alone. So that was a really, really great night. And I've had a lot more sweeps. Those of you who've been following me this entire time since I started doing this back in August with the MLB. I've had a good stretch of sweeps. I remember one NFL I swept like, geez, I don't know, like 9 of them or something, 9 sweeps, 9 different plays, all swept. Great day. The only difference was it was a max of 5-player flex, and I only like throwing about 20, $25. So the payout was pretty good. It was definitely over a G. I think it was like 1,200. Christmas Day, it was only 4 sweeps, but because it was 6-player flex, they pay out more, $500. I believe one of them was $625, as you see. It must have passed when I had it on screen here for you guys. 200 there. So, the 6-player flexes was such a huge chunk of, why it came out to so much money at the end. But hell, I don't care. It is what it is, man. It is all green. So Christmas Day was a good one. And then we fast forward to yesterday. And again, I gave out plays about 10 minutes to tip off last night for the NBA. So if you guys didn't catch it in time, then you missed the boat, unfortunately. However, I didn't have every player going at the first NBA game, which was at 7:10. So if you missed a player or two, and instead of taking a 6-player flex, maybe you did a 4-pick power play, you won. If you did it, unless you decide to add your own players, that's obviously nothing I can control. But I did hit a sweep on another 6-player flex last night with the NBA alone. And that obviously paid out on 500. So it was another winning night again. So overall, between FanDuel Sportsbook on Christmas Eve up until last night, I won about over $2,500 because there were a lot of plays that didn't sweep that ended up being a 4 out of 6. I had quite a few 4 out of 6s, so that's like $8 because I put in only 20 for each. So, but like I said, overall it's been a great stretch. So hopefully you guys have been riding along. So with that said, I want to offer my plays for tonight. Bailo Banchero is obviously the Taco Tuesday, and I absolutely love this Taco Tuesday discount. I voted on this one, and I voted for him because I even liked him at 20.5 to go over on his points, but now it's down to 16.5. So, to me, that's like, nothing's automatic, but damn, that's a pretty sweet deal. So as you'll see, I have 2 6-player flexes. I actually split them because the max to use Taco Tuesday discount on a player is $25 per entry. So I put $12.50 on a 6-player flex with Bailo Banchero's Taco Tuesday discount, and the other one, same deal, $12.50 on the balance. So that equates to $25 total. Just to not put all my eggs in one basket. So that was that. And I have another, obviously, 6-player flex, a 5-player flex, and then a 4-pick power play. So best of luck. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's get this bread. Let's keep stacking. Peace.